All right, everybody. How we looking? We looking good? I think we're ready. I think it's time we do a halftime. I was about to say a post game reaction when we haven't even seen the third and fourth quarter. No, wanted to do this video real quick, kind of give my halftime thoughts on what we just saw because if this game continues to go how it's going, it's going to be an all-timer. It's going to be an all-timer and it will, conclude an all-time game 7, an all-time series. Um so here's kind of just my thoughts and reactions to what we saw today, which by the way, as you guys start to trickle in, if you like sports, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And let's get into it. So here is what I saw and here's what I enjoyed out of just the first half of the Spurs and Thunder game. Guys, be sure to let me know also who you have, whether you're Team Spurs or Team Thunder, just let me know. Um, Here's my thoughts on what we witnessed in the first half. The Spurs are winning this game, and it's not just because, oh yeah, 56-53. Alex Caruso threw up a brick there at half, yeah. No, they're from just gathering what we saw in the first half. Um, the Spurs, this this is theirs to lose. If that makes any sense. I know that might not make too much sense, but what I mean by that, and I'm trying to be quick too because I'm already a bit delayed, and then by the time we're done with this stream, it's like, oh look at that, we already missed the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. But my thoughts and reactions to this on why I'm saying that this is the Spurs now is the Spurs in these first 24 minutes, I'm like thinking 12 plus 12. In the first 24 minutes, they've already dictated this game. The Spurs have already dictated, like, this is the pace we're going to push. This is how fast we're going to play. Like, we saw it. The Thunder had a quick whistle into the first quarter because the Spurs threw the first punch. And at one point, it was like 6-18. And it's like, whoa, all right, here come the Spurs. They're coming here to kick ass and take names. But as I see you guys be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoy sports content. I'm giving my thought. This is like a halftime reaction to what we're witnessing with Game 7. I think we got a good game on our hands. This could have potential to be an all-timer, Game 7, which will probably lead to an all-timer series as well. This one has been pretty entertaining. Definitely the best series of this whole postseason thus far. But again, guys, this is GVS. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments, who you're rooting for, who you're cheering for, between the Spurs and the Thunder. So how I'm talking about pushing the pace and dictating this game, this is the Spurs game to lose now. And I know they're only up by 3, but you watch this game, and with how the hot start was, they just controlled it. Yeah, and what was really a little bit unconventional there towards the end of the first half is the Thunder went on a run. I will give them credit for that, and SGA got very hot there towards the end. I believe he is up to 19 points in the first half. And again, I made a little video about it and I talked about it. It's ethical hoops. Like, he is hitting his mid-range jumpers. This isn't stuff where it's like, well, you look at his 19 and it's like, wow, 10 of it's from the free throw line. Like, he bricked 2 of his free throws and it's like, well, all right, here we go. Trying to understand this new language. Yeah, this is basketball. I'm giving my thoughts on Game 7 between the Spurs and the Thunder. The blue team or the black guys. So SGA has started to heat up a little bit. I think what started and why this have been so dominant in this first half is the Thunder are just chuck threes and they're breaking everything. That was a first thing probably in the first quarter that was really not detrimental to them, but like establish how that first quarter was, is whether it was Caruso, whether it was SGA, whether it was Thor, whether it was Holmgren, like they're just chucking up threes and brick after brick. It was not not fun watching. And so we had we had that we had to watch. And then the Spurs, again, pushing the pace. They were getting layups. I've noticed if we're talking about fouls are favoring the Thunder, that hard foul by Caruso, there's two fouls that people will talk about probably. The elbow to Hartenstein by Wayne, and then the Caruso foul on Castle. I think they were both hard fouls. I think they both come correctly to assist technicals to the point where it's like, okay, if something like this happens again, we're gonna go, gonna start kicking guys out. Game. I like how they didn't do that, which I found it very funny. Where we have the head coach of OKC just ripping into the ref, and he's technical too, and it's like, you know, if this was football, if it was hockey, no, but like if this was football, college football, and if that coach is gone, like that coach is gone. And I think just with how it's in OKC, home team, I think the refs kind of let it slide a little bit. But so we have like I was saying, chucking up threes to the point where Kane is your leading scorer for the Thunder. What kind of offensive production and how terrible does your offense have to be in the first half where McCain is your guy? And he's the one pushing the pace. SGA is getting doubled every single play, and he's ducking the smoke and passing it, which I noticed that. Same way, Chet is ducking the smoke. Like every single time Chet will get the ball, Wemby will right up to him, and then he'll pass it down to Hartenstein or Dort, and like he'll just like home. I think Chet only has 3 or 4 points in this game. Like he is like if the Thunder want to win this game, he's got to get going. Like the biggest play so far. I mean, and I used it as a thumbnail. You guys, okay. Wemby's dunk on Chet, that was pretty cool. But it wasn't like too much. It was like, whatever. But I see some of you guys, some more trickling in. What's up, guys? What's up? Let me know who you got between the Spurs and the Thunder. So you had that, and then in the second quarter, that's where I feel like SGA started to get it going, and then that is where at one point it was a 9-2 run. I don't remember what the final full okay in this run to end the second half the Thunder went on a 15-4 run or something like that. Like De'Aaron Fox had a clutch three. Wemby had a clutch three there towards the end of the first half. Dort had the three that tied it. Williams had just a simple 2 bucket that gave them the lead, which by the Thunder have not had a lead since Game 5. So it's been a very, very long time. So you had that. What else? Just little by little, the Thunder just started to chip away, and the Spurs got very cold shooting the three ball. Again, both teams have been atrocious shooting the three ball. Both teams have been throwing up brick after brick, building that house, baby. But I think that's what got the Spurs to start out, hot on their scoring. As we can see, the chippiness is alive and well, and it's going to continue into the second half. We'll see. I'm a little interested to see where they assessed techs and fouls in the second half, because this is where I'm a little concerned. And I'll leave it with this too, because third quarter might be starting here any second. But again, if you guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to let me know in the comments who you got between the Spurs and the Thunder. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, small channel. But I'm interested to see where the momentum of this game goes if the Thunder start to foul bait. And that is one thing, because if this game rides out the way it rides out, I think the Thunder should win this game, because it's the Spurs to lose. And there's something where if the Spurs don't turn it back on, because right now the Spurs are very cold. I know they have the lead, but again, to that stat that I don't have magically off the top of my head, where it's like, well, 18-7 was the Thunder ended their run in the first half, outscoring. Like it was a 14-point lead, and now it's only a 3-point lead. That's bad. That is not good. Wemby needs to pick it up a little bit, because I don't think he has over double digits. Last time I checked, he only had 8. Who else? Don't know Castles off the top of my head. Same with Harper, and but we'll just see. We will just see. I was thinking coming into the game, if the Spurs are going to win, it's because Wemby's going to have to play phenomenal and drop 40 like that. That is how it is. Because there's parts of me bias, but just knowing the memes where if this turns into tic tac, nickel and dime there towards the end, where you know we just it turns into a flop fest out there. Thunder are winning this game. Like if it turns into one of those things where the Spurs win it, but they have to play perfect, and Wembanyama just has to play out of his mind. But if this gets to it's too close, and we got guys hitting the deck and just diving, the team that benefits from diving the most will win. And I've already mentioned, yeah, I think the Thunder are getting a lot more whistles than the Spurs have, which definitely slows all momentum down because we'll be going, you know, Spurs will get a tough bucket, and then here come the Thunder, just slow it down. Like again, with the pushing of the pace. The Spurs set this whole game. They were rushing down there. Thunder are just walking, jogging along. They'll pass it 2-3 times, and then beep, quick whistle. Beep, quick whistle. And so hopefully that is not in store for the second half. As I clown and joke about SGA, like I have said, he has played phenomenal in the first half. Or a couple tough buckets that he got where, see, he is a baller. He doesn't need to flop every single damn possession. So, that's just me. But when, yeah, no, they're playing good, which I can already see too that if the Spurs, if we check back here post game and Spurs are victorious and move on, J-Dub not playing will be why the Thunder talk about them losing this game. Because they'll be like, well, we didn't have our foot forward. We weren't our best player, which I get that. But again, dude, Williams hasn't played since round 1. And so if anything, it would be in the Spurs' best interest to win this game and capitalize and come back from the 3-2 deficit. Not to mention also the Spurs were down 3-2. You had 2 chances to get them done, and they only needed to win 1, and they couldn't do it. So that'll be something to talk about for the Thunder. And the other thing too is like, I mean, it's not like Williams got injured in game 1 or game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. He sat out the second round. He sat out he played a little bit in game 1, Western because he was on limited minutes, but again, so anyways, no excuses. Hopefully this game ends good. But guys, thank you all for the likes and subs. We're gonna end the stream here. I'm still riding with I'm still riding with the Thunder. Excuse me. Not that I want the Thunder to win, because I think it'd be fun to see the Spurs. It'd be fun, but I think it's hard for me if this game keeps going wire to wire. Hard for me to see the Spurs sneak out of OKC with a win, especially in Game 7 with all the. But anyways, all right, enough of me rambling, guys. Third quarter is about to start, so hit that subscribe button. Hit that. I see you. Hit that subscribe.